Nick, have you heard?
Heard what?
The Bishop and the Gator are in stores.
Oh, I did hear that.
Brick and mortars, baby.
Yeah, they're available right now at Riverman Cigar Company and Lit Cigars, The Smoke Pit, Man Cave Cigars, Smoker's Alibi, and our friends over at Max Smoke Shop.
Way cool. You need to go to those stores and you need to get yourself a Bishop or a Gator.
They're fantastic cigars.
Why not both?
Should be both.
I'm saying. You can also get them at martinezcigars.com.
Check them out today.
Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and with me, as always...
Hey, it's Gator.
And today, we are going to be smoking another selection from the My Monthly Cigars April box as we sit and chill here in the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios. It's a nice spring evening.
We're hanging out over at Nick's tonight.
Yeah.
He always gets jealous because I never come over.
It's a nice spring evening. Exactly. So today we're going to be smoking the Arganese Connecticut. It is a 6x50 Toro featuring a Connecticut wrapper, Indonesian binder, and Dominican filler.
Let me get mine out of the cellophane.
Of course. Couldn't possibly have been prepared.
I think the listeners look forward.
Why would I be expecting anything different? 173 episodes now into this thing. Why would I expect
a certain
anything
level
different other than for you to not have your cigar prepared and ready to smoke?
Got it.
Okay, well. It's got a big band on it.
Class A cellophane right there.
It is. It's got a real big band on it. Arganese.
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 Is this a pirate cigar?
I'm going to go with that. It's the Arganese.
God, that just blew out everyone's speakers. What's a pirate say when the parrot flies into his crotch?
Arg. I don't know.
Menards.
Menards. You can say big money at Menards.
I'm led to believe that.
I've been told that. Anyway. Well, it's time that we cut the cigar. And the official cutting of the cigar, even though Jeff just cut his cigar, I saw it. Don't think I didn't see it. You prematurely cut.
I admit to nothing.
Yeah, you prematurely cut. I like how you tried to hide the cutter after you did that. He just very casually kind of swung his arm around his chair, almost like he was like putting his arm around a girl sitting next to him or something
like
that.
How you doing?
But he just casually swung his arm around so I wouldn't see the cutter.
Hey, now, by the way, Bjorn.
I was to say, Bjorn, I have eyes on the cutter. I am looking at the cutter right now.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, well, the official cutting is brought to you by Dan the Man Ponder over at Riverman Cigar Company. Dan's got a great selection of cigars in that big old humidor of his, including Martinez cigars and Aladino cigars and all sorts of other really great treats. He just added a
whole new set of cigars.
Yeah, he just got in the Espinosa cigars.
That's right, the 601s and whatnot.
Got a whole bunch of Espinosa cigars in there, and he just added the Perdomo cigars prior to that. So he's expanding out the selection quite a bit.
Leaps and bounds.
So it's perfect timing for your spring smoking as you're getting the decks and the patios and everything ready to sit outside and enjoy a cigar.
It's time to fill up those humidors at Riverman.
Precisely. So give Dan a visit. If you're in the St. Louis area, swing on by. And if you're not in the St. Louis area, give him a call because he can do mail order and he can send you a box with all sorts of goodies in it and get you all stocked up. So that's Dan the Man Ponder over at Riverman Cigar Company, Crestwood, Missouri. And with that, it's time that we go ahead and cut the cigar. Do you have any idea how nice it feels to have my SV cutter again?
Oh, I bet. You felt naked, I know.
I did. That whole weekend in Indianapolis, I felt so naked without my lighter and my cutter.
I'm going to give Dan a little bonus ad.
Okay.
He just put this up on his socials within the last day or so here. Do you know he's got the Cigar Aficionado 2020 Cigar of the Year in?
Ooh, he's got the pledge.
He does.
The EP Carrillo pledge.
Yep, it is there.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to give me one of those.
I have one for you inside the house.
Why do you always hoard things?
I've been
You never pony up.
No, I've been keeping that cigar so that we can do it on the show at some point if somebody from EP Carrillo ever comes on.
Come on, EP Carrillo, step up.
Come on, guys.
I think getting you guys on would be a sure thing, unlike the other place.
Sure thing. Anyway. Yeah.
If anybody goes to Sure Thing Cigars, tell them we're dogging on them for not coming on the show.
I mean...
Why not?
Yeah.
free publicity.
It kind of is.
I mean, you got to talk to our dumbasses for an hour, but
realistically, at this point, if they don't want to be with us, why do we want to be with them?
You know what? They're a brother of the leaf.
You gotta have some self-respect, Jeff. You gotta have some self-respect.
They're a brother of the leaf.
If she doesn't want to be with
I'll tell you what it is.
You need to find someone.
I'll tell you what it is right now. You ready to know why?
Why?
Because I spent $70 on 2 cigars at their place for you and I to smoke on the show.
You did. And admittedly, you did.
Yeah, I dropped $70, and all I want them to do is come on and tell us, "Hey, here's a Luke Bryan cigar." Yay, sure thing.
Okay.
Is that so hard?
I mean,
I'm starting to get bitter. Can you tell?
Yeah, I am, and that's why I'm starting to wonder if this is a good idea for them to come on. But anyway, it's neither here nor there.
I'll be very, very polite.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut my cigar. So
I just want to smoke that cigar, and it's sitting in the humidor until they call me.
Well, yeah.
So I can't tell everybody how good it is, or whatever. I mean, until they come on.
I can almost guarantee you it's going to be entirely too mild for my taste.
Probably.
Knowing about it, what I do know about it. So
you'll get over it.
I was just about to ask if you've cut your cigar, but I know you did.
I already did.
Prematurely cut.
You watched me.
I did watch you, and then I watched you try and hide it from me. So anyway, why don't we go ahead and do the cold draw on the Arganese Connecticut. What is that? Well, that's going to be fun.
Okay, now I'm not going to lie. I had a sandwich on the way here.
You did.
And I'm having trouble picking out the notes on this. There is something there, though, because I can
it's
taste
familiar.
it. It's not blowing through the palate, though.
It's familiar from other Connecticut's, but I don't know if I can...
Hold on a second.
Specifically ID it.
I may be crazy, and my Subway turkey may be blowing me to pieces here.
Damn it, Subway.
And it's actually probably the hot sauce on the one half and the sweet onion on the other half.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh, baby.
Anyway.
There's a sponsor we should get. Come on, Subway, step up.
No.
I'd sponsor Subway all day long on here.
Their meat's like 50% sawdust and soy.
Son of a bitch. We're not going to get them now.
When did you see there was a report about their tuna? It's all sorts of not tuna.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I like their tuna.
Yeah.
Anyway. Is it dolphin? Oh my God, is it dolphin?
I don't think it's fish.
Okay. What? Wait, what?
I'm just saying.
I gotta look this up because I don't know if that's true.
Pretty kind of sure.
Okay, I'll look.
Okay. Well, anyway, so what did you say you were getting? I
want to say dried apricot.
I don't think it's dried apricot.
I'm thinking it's dried apricot.
It's kind of like a creamy, nutty kind of. It's very reminiscent of other Connecticut's that I've smoked before.
I'm getting a little dried fruit.
I'm getting a lot of noise from that big truck that just pulled up.
Your neighbor.
Yeah.
Came over to say hi. He must love the podcast.
There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and light up.
There you go. I'm in.
Get this going.
I'm all in. So, Nikos, what have you been up to?
Oh, little of this, little of that.
For everybody out there that listens in order, we had a nice, safe trip back from Indianapolis.
Indeed. We got back and had a good time.
We did.
And I actually want to give Gator a bit of an attaboy, bit of a props here. I'm gonna give
Did you look at my wiener on the trip?
No. Ew. No, I'm gonna give you some credit. Okay.
Okay. Oh God, here it comes.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my cigar going here. So, for those of you who listened to the last episode, you know that thanks to Broccoli Rob and his uncanny ability to just feed liquor to me, I got a little intoxicated and had to hand the reins of the show over to Jeff for a while as I just kind of stared at them in disbelief because my brain locked up.
You were like those googly eyes.
Yeah.
That's what you looked like.
Mm-hmm. And so I would like to say, first of all, Jeff, that you did a really good job interviewing Reed and Broccoli about the smoke pit.
Well, thank you.
It was actually very enlightening, very well put together.
And I do this for a living.
Well, but see, typically you're pretty adept at just showing your ass. And so in this case, in this instance, you prove that you can do more than just bidet jokes.
Well, let's put it
And
this way.
reference Star Trek in The Office.
Let me just say this. One of us has to be the straight man, and one of us has to be the comic relief. And you were drunk out of your mind. So it was my turn to step up.
Drunk out of my mind, but I was definitely...
Could you formulate a question?
No, I could not. I locked up pretty hard.
Yeah.
And so...
It was fun to watch.
So yeah, so I want to give you credit for that. But then I also want to give you a lot of credit because, you know, we rented a U-Haul truck to bring back some stuff from Indianapolis.
Yep.
And, you know, you took the first, what I thought was going to be the first shift of the drive back. And we were driving and driving and driving and driving. And finally I realized that we're not stopping. And so I kind of like, you know, made mention of this to you. And you said, well, you know, I know you're not comfortable driving this on the highway and everything. So I figured I'd just go ahead and take it and whatnot, since I'm, you know, farm boy and grown up with the big trucks. And I'm like, oh, you know, and it was very appreciated because you're right. It was kind of awkward for City Mouse me to drive.
Yeah.
And it was extraordinarily windy that day. So it was kind of like driving a billboard.
It was like driving a billboard.
And so I just want to give you a lot of credit because not only did you step up and, you know, do a good job with the show, but you also stepped up and helped out with the drive back. So it's you know.
That's why you take me along.
I'll tell you, it's an attaboy right there.
That's why I'm here for you.
There you go. So
I think
anyway.
I need a DJ air horn. Now I feel complete.
I was say I'll give you DJ air horn for that. So
no, I grew up on the farm driving driving big trucks, so
okay.
I'm used to it. And I'm used to how ignorant people act around them.
Oh my God. Guys, if you're on the road and someone's driving a U-Haul truck around you,
or a semi or any large vehicle.
Exactly. Don't be a douchebag. They have like no stopping ability. They have blind spot. They have more blind spots than they have visibility. It's like, just do them a favor and just don't be a douchebag around them.
Yeah.
And it was nothing but douchebags on the road around us the whole time.
We had somebody. Okay, so people that aren't familiar, in Indianapolis, they have not only roundabouts, but double roundabouts.
Double roundabouts. 2-lane roundabouts.
Yeah, it's
so you
the
have
whole
a center lane
Big
and you have
Ben
an outer
Parliament.
lane. And it was just unreal. And it would have been awkward just in a car.
Yes.
But it was even worse when you're in a 10-foot long
Especially
U-Haul truck.
when the king of the douchebags
cuts from the inner lane across your lane.
right in
front
on our
of you,
nose, man.
To where basically I had to jam on the brake or else I would have T-boned this guy.
I think we'd have gone over him.
Potentially.
We'd have rolled right over that car and killed everyone in it because he couldn't wait to make another circle.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really awkward.
Yeah. And Nick looks at me like, oh my God, what did I do? And I'm like, you didn't do anything wrong. It was that sumbitch.
I mean, I can handle like 1-lane roundabouts.
Yeah.
The 2-lane, now you're just getting funky.
By the way, on the roundabouts, folks, when you're in them, you own them. So don't stop when you're inside of it because you're going to get killed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Jeff, I've lit up my Arganese Connecticut. What have you got going on with it?
Comes to us from mymonthlycigars.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good mild Connecticut.
It is indeed so far.
I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it at all.
No, indeed. It is.
We're slightly windy here. My burn line seems to be
windy.
holding in.
Yeah, my burn line is holding well.
It is.
How's your draw?
Very tight.
Mine is too.
Okay, so it's not just me.
It's not just you. I was wondering. I was like worried that maybe I got kind of a stinker, but yeah, no, my draw on this is pretty tight.
I will say I don't find like a thick spot like I'd have to massage out.
I think it's just a really tightly packed cigar.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, I mean, but otherwise, yeah, it's just kind of a nice, mild Connecticut cigar so far. Probably not the best cigar for you and me to be smoking after I've had 3 other cigars today.
It's true.
But
I took a little palate cleansing time, but like I said, I did stop and get myself a Subway sandwich.
Subway. How many Subway sandwiches did you have? You named off like 3 different kinds.
So what I used to get the Subway Club, but the Subway Club isn't Subway Club anymore. They got rid of the roast beef and now it's got bacon on it. Well, I don't want that. I want ham, turkey, and roast beef. I want a Subway Club.
Damn it.
Because that's what a Subway Club is.
Right.
And I don't care what everyone else's club is. You're Subway.
Exactly.
Eat fresh and all that BS.
You do you, Subway.
So, I just got the turkey breast, and what I did, here's my sub sandwich for anybody out there listening.
This is the Gator sub sandwich.
It is. So you do the turkey breast, and then you have them put some onions on it, toast it, cook the onions a little bit, sweeten them up, and then lettuce, tomato, pickle, and spinach. And then I usually do, if I do a foot long, I do half with sweet onion teriyaki. And I do the other half with as much buffalo sauce as I can get them to put on it.
Okay, so when you say the sweet onion teriyaki, you mean the sauce?
Yes.
Okay.
I put that on the turkey.
Okay.
I don't like to eat their chicken.
Yeah, their chicken's gross.
Because they don't do the rotisserie chicken anymore. And yes, their chicken is that pressed stuff that I don't want to eat. So
yeah, it's like 50% soy.
yes, that's why I don't eat it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, soy is bad for men.
You should look up the tuna.
Oh, I don't want to, but
Here,
I'm going to.
You know what? I'll do it.
Oh, God.
So
Why are we just
I don't know.
jamming it to Subway tonight?
You brought it up. I mean,
My sandwich was good.
yeah, you brought Subway tuna lawsuit.
Oh, God.
Subway tuna is not tuna, but a mixture of various concoctions. This is by the Washington Post.
Oh,
Now,
how old is this?
The lawsuit alleges.
Alleges.
I would like to point out
Allegedly.
the lawsuit alleges.
Okay.
This article dated January 27th of 2021. And so the complaint alleges that the ingredient billed as tuna contains absolutely no tuna.
Oh.
The representative of Subway says that the claims are without merit.
Well, can't we just get a
tuna-
sandwich analyzed?
The tuna sold at the chain is wild caught, which is how the vast majority of tuna is harvested. Only a tiny percentage of bluefin and yellowfin tuna is farmed.
This is from Subway saying that.
Here you go. Based on independent lab tests of, quote, multiple samples taken from Subway locations in California, the tuna is, quote, a mixture of various concoctions that do not constitute tuna, yet have been blended together by defendants to imitate the appearance of tuna, according to the complaint. One of the attorneys declined to say exactly what ingredients the lab tests revealed. We found the ingredients were not tuna and were not fish, the attorney said in an email to the Washington Post.
Allegedly.
So, I don't know. Allegedly, it's not tuna. So, I mean, look, I probably wouldn't eat it. So,
I want to go get a sandwich and have it analyzed now.
it's probably like sawdust and regret.
What does it cost to get a food analysis done?
I have no idea.
Okay, any of our scientist friends that are in the audience, and I know there's some of you out there because you like to dumb it down to listen to us.
I would say we have scientist friends.
Reach out to us on the socials and let us know what it's going to take for us to take a Subway sandwich and get it analyzed somewhere.
Or if you're feeling really, really ambitious, go ahead and get a Subway sandwich, analyze it, and call the Ask the Boys hotline and tell us what's in it.
No. That's how we get sued. Because we don't know what the hell people are going to say.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Back that truck
Back
up.
up.
Beep.
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 Maybe we don't do that.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea. That's how we're working in a Subway as indentured servants the rest of our lives. Time to make the bread.
Time to make the bread.
Yeah.
You could be the new Jared without the sex stuff.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
Boy, this is kind of turning into a pile-on Subway episode, isn't it?
Oh, but I liked my sandwich tonight. I want to clearly point that out for the lawyers listening.
They have really good cookies.
They have incredible cookies.
I like their cookies.
Their chocolate chip cookies can't be beat.
They do good cookies. I'll give them that. I will totally give them that.
Oh, my God. Well, anyway, let's get off Subway for a moment. Because I'm sure everyone's like just hitting the fast forward button. Oh, my God, it's still Subway. I have some cigar news.
My God, we have cigar news.
We do have cigar news. And this comes to us from Tobacco Business Magazine.
Tobacco Business
Tobacco Business Magazine.
Okay.
It took me a second. It was pulling up.
I gotcha.
I was like, for anticipation. Tobacco Business Magazine. So it comes to us from, I'm assuming, our buddy Editor Reed over there. Been on the show before. So I want to give a couple of shout-outs to him. So first off...
I mean, he may not have written every one of these.
Whether he did or not, he's the editor.
I was going to say, he's got something to do with it.
He edited it up.
Gotten windy out.
It is like a wind tunnel out here, yes.
It is.
So I want to give a shout-out to India Ortiz. She has joined Mombacho Cigars as their new general manager as of April 12th.
Well, there you go.
So Ortiz added, added that being the first Nicaraguan female general manager of a cigar company like Mombacho challenges me twice as much because I feel the responsibility to carry the high legacy of women in the industry. Good for you.
Good for her.
Good for you. And they make a lot of really neat-looking cigars. I was looking them up. I have to admit, I'm not overly familiar with them in the St. Louis area.
Super familiar with them.
Yeah, but they've got a really nice-looking line of cigars. I mean, real classy. They've got a Liga Magistro. They've also got a... what is this one? Oh, yeah, they've got the Diplomat, which I think I've actually had the Diplomat by them. I don't know where I got that, but I think I've had that before. I
have no idea.
Because I recognize the band.
Oh,
oddly enough. Yeah, it's a really neat green band. But yeah, they've got a ton of cigars, and just wanted to give her a shout-out for that. Congratulations on that promotion.
Very cool.
Next up, thank you. Next up, Tobacco Business Magazine.
You got to separate the stories with the stinger.
Yeah, I get that now. I haven't paid attention before.
I know.
So here's some of the latest tobacco legislative bills that are being introduced and updates. So I'm going to hit a few of these, and maybe we'll save the rest for the next show. We'll do a few each show for a while here. But
there's that many?
There's a lot.
Of course.
In Arkansas, shout out to Arkansas there. Senate Bill 628 permits Arkansas-based cigar shops to sell cigars at retail online.
Hey,
so that's a good thing.
I would say, you know what? And look, that's the thing. You and I, we promote heavily the brick and mortar guys.
Yes.
There are some people that just, for whatever reason, they don't have a brick and mortar near them.
Yes.
And so they have to go online. And so the only thing I would say about online purchasing is maybe see if you can purchase from an actual brick and mortar that has a web-based portal.
Yes.
Not necessarily one of the giant, like, exclusively web-based companies.
Yeah. Well, like Dan over at Riverman. All you got to do is call him.
You got to call him.
Tell him what you want. He'll package it up and send it off to you.
Dave Garofalo up at Two Guys Cigars.
Dave does it too.
They have their website, and you're purchasing from a brick and mortar.
Yes.
So it's Cigars Daily. They're down in, I think, Arizona. You can purchase from him, and he has a brick and mortar store. He also has an online component. If you're going to go online, at least try and find a website to purchase from that actually is a brick and mortar shop.
Exactly. And they exist. They're there. And you don't have to search that hard for them. We just gave you 3.
Exactly.
So in Idaho, House Bill 363 provides that no local unit of government may adopt or enforce requirements for the regulation, marketing, and sale of tobacco products or electronic smoking devices that are more restrictive than or in addition to the state, and no local unit of government may impose or enforce a tax or fee on tobacco products or electronic smoking devices.
Hey, I like that too.
There you go.
Keeps it nice and level. None of this whole thing where like this city is doing this and that city's doing that. It's like, it is what it is.
Yes. Maine, now this is more for cigarettes, but I'll go ahead and throw it out there since I'm there. LD 1423/HP 1039. I don't know what their legislative things are there, but whatever. Increases the cigarette tax from $2 a pack to $4 a pack. By law, the bill increases the tax on other tobacco products by the same percentage change as the increase in the tax on cigarettes.
So, cigars will be going up in Maine if that passes.
Yes.
Wow. And significantly, too.
Let's see. It's going to double.
That sucks.
Based on what's happening to cigarette packs there. And let's see.
So while you look that up,
okay,
what are your current thoughts on the Arganese Connecticut?
It's a very, very mild cigar. And again,
you having any issues with like tunneling?
No, not at all.
I am.
I haven't ashed though. Look,
I am.
Yeah, it's hanging on really well.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a good burn line going.
It's not a deep tunnel, but it's enough to screw with my draw. And I'm wondering if maybe that was the draw problem from the beginning. Maybe I'm hitting a point, and maybe at some point that'll go. Hey, now we got a motorcycle.
A really loud one, too.
Really loud motorcycle. But anyway, so I'm wondering if maybe after I get past wherever that's originating from, maybe it'll kind of open up.
Okay, so Alabama has House Bill, is the last one I'll do tonight. We'll do 3 and then, go from there. House Bill 273 raises the minimum age for legal.
Fourth? I think this is the 4th, but whatever.
Okay, no, you know what? You're better
4th.
at math than I am, because yes, it is.
Boom.
I did Arkansas, Idaho, and Maine.
See, I pay attention when you're doing the news. You don't pay any attention
I never
when
do.
I do it.
I never
whatever.
do. It raises the minimum age for legal possession, transportation, and purchase of tobacco products, electronic nicotine delivery systems, and alternative nicotine products from 19 to 21.
Making it compatible with the federal law.
Yes.
Okay.
It also
I
prohibits
understand that.
the advertisement or promotion of tobacco products.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's in Alabama.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, so does that mean that Cigar Aficionado and various other magazines will no longer be sold in Alabama?
Well, it means we probably won't be doing our show from there.
Probably not
Yeah.
from there, no.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
exactly what that means.
Yeah.
If
Crazy,
you
right?
If you can't advertise. Ooh, that's a really interesting point. Will cigar magazines be allowed to be sold within Alabama borders if it prohibits the advertising of tobacco products?
I would assume it prevents any shop or whatever in Alabama to advertise tobacco products, but that's a good question. How far-reaching is it? Allow me to read on. So it prohibits the advertising or promotion of tobacco products, electronic nicotine delivery devices, alternative nicotine products in certain circumstances, prohibits manufacturers or retailers of tobacco products, electronic nicotine devices, and or alternative nicotine products from marketing, advertising, or offering for sale tobacco or tobacco products, electronic nicotine devices, alternative nicotine devices, using branding or imagery that depicts, signifies, or denotes flavoring, resembling, or replicate. Help me out.
Dude, you just shoved an entire block of text.
The
in my
second
face.
line.
Replicating.
Okay. So, resembling or replicating the taste of candies, cakes, or other sugary treats, as well as other food or drink products.
So they're going after the flavored stuff.
Yeah, they're primarily marketed to children, using other branding imagery that depicts, signifies, denotes, characterizes, symbolizes scenery of comic books, movies, video games, television shows that are known to be marketed primarily towards children.
Okay, so...
And then it goes into e-liquids and whatnot.
So let me back up that train just a little bit.
Let me do one more line here.
Okay.
That are known and marketed primarily towards children, or that otherwise incorporate mythical concepts or creatures known to be used primarily in products that are marketed towards children.
I guess my only thought is, as you were reading that, it almost sounds like the bill is just banning the marketing and advertising of those specific products.
But that's secondary. It says at first you can't do it at all.
Okay.
Then it goes into that as a secondary
Okay.
point.
All right. Well,
so the way I read it, it's 2 different pieces.
Okay. Well, that'll be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah.
Because, it could very well be one of the first times that cigars are having to deal with like a crackdown in advertising like that.
Yes. And maybe it's directed more at vape, but I don't want to go into this too deep.
No.
But you and I have talked about this.
It always comes together.
There have been a couple of cigars that have been out there recently that are depicting cartoon characters.
Yep.
And or puppets.
Yep. And
we shouldn't be doing that.
No.
Sorry. I love all you guys, but we shouldn't be doing that.
It blurs that line, guys. It just gets way too close to the line.
Yep.
And it makes the argument real hard that we're not trying to market to kids when there's well-known puppets.
And let's be honest.
On cigar bands.
Those are probably meant to play to the inner child in you and me.
Oh, yeah.
But it still doesn't look good.
Nope.
So
nope.
I'll just leave it at that.
To all the Karens that are watching the industry and not
so
participating,
many of them. Yep.
And all they're looking for is just that one little area that they can pounce on.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's a big area to pounce on right there.
Fucking Karens.
Fucking Karens. So, any more news, or is that it?
I'm gonna stop at the 4 there, and we'll save the rest and kind of hit them over the next couple of weeks.
What? I have a bit of news.
Okay.
So, it was just announced today that the Barn Smoker program from Drew Estate will be resuming in 2021.
Giddy up.
They took last year off because of COVID-19. But this year, Drew Estate's going to be hosting 3 barn smokers, beginning with the Connecticut Barn Smoker on August 14th through the 15th in the Connecticut River Valley. They're then going to be moving on to the Kentucky Barn Smoker in Hopkinsville, Kentucky on October 9th. And then finally, they're going to wrap it up in Florida at the Florida Barn Smoker, taking place on November 13th and 14th in Clermont, Florida. And, buddy, I went to that Kentucky one back in 2019.
You had a blast.
I have every intention of being at the Kentucky one in 2021.
The funny thing is, guys, so I don't know if we talked about this on the show or not, but Nick ran into some people there that know me.
Mm-hmm.
He heard them say that they were from my town where I've got my newspaper.
Yeah. They were talking about all these areas, and I'm like, oh, are you guys from Southern Illinois? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, where are you from? And they're like, Pinckneyville. And I was like, well, that's cool. I said, do you know Jeff? And,
they're just like, yes.
And they're like, yes, we do. And the tone of voice was enough for me to go, all righty then. Well, cool. Have fun. And I backed off and
big gulps. All right.
I avoided them all the rest of the day.
God, I wish you'd told me who they were.
I didn't get a name.
Oh, my God. I wish you'd asked.
I wish I would have, too.
Or at least a picture with them.
I mean,
here, guys, let me get a picture. Click.
If I'd have been even remotely thinking, I would have, snuck a picture.
I would love to know who they were.
I could have been like, hey, who are these guys? And you could have been like, oh, my God, that's blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I just, I bent him over in my newspaper 2 weeks ago. Or, hey, that's blah, blah, blah. His cousin did, this to a little boy or something. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh,
good
my
Lord.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't seem amused by the fact you knew me.
No, they were not fans. They did not seem like they were fans of yours.
Yeah, it's a shame.
So it was.
You'll have that.
Easy for me to just kind of move on.
Just duck and cover.
And move on. So
just kind of walk back into the weeds like Homer Simpson in the meme.
Yeah, but I'm excited for this barn smoker because, dude, it's a really fun event. It's a relatively short drive, for us to get there.
I plan to get in the pit and mosh. They're in the rave tent.
Dude, there's typically maybe 3 people dancing.
There's going to be 4 now.
There's a lot of people hanging out in there for the air conditioning.
Dude, I'm bringing my glow sticks and my binky. I'm ready.
Take off your shirt and paint Gator on your chest and glow in the dark paint.
Swear to God, I'll do it if you'll take a picture.
Oh, I'll do it. I will totally take a picture of that. I want you shirtless with Gator written across your chest in glow in the dark neon paint with the lines under your eyes in neon paint, and you're just there with a binky in your mouth, swirling glow sticks.
I'm all in
and just living life.
I want to
see. Okay, I want to see that in the worst possible way.
I can make this happen.
Okay, well, guys, you heard it here first. This right here is why you should probably consider going to the Kentucky Barn Smoker, because
I wonder if anyone's ever been kicked out of the Barn Smoker before.
Oh, dude, it's Drew Estate. They're gonna love you.
I'll be the new mascot.
I was gonna say you could be the new Fabian.
Oh my God, I might get some celebratory goggles.
Right, you could be. Oh my gosh. This will be good. This is going to be good. I like this.
All they got to do is give me a box of the leather rose and I'm happy. Mm-hmm. I'll do all the dancing they want.
Well, they don't really sell cigars at this thing.
Those little bastards are expensive.
Yeah, but they don't really sell cigars at this thing. I mean, there's cigars.
What do you mean they don't sell cigars at a cigar event?
There's cigars included in your ticket.
Okay.
You get
so I got something.
Pack.
I don't have to go over and roll my own in the tobacco bar.
No. You get cigars,
I think
included
you can, though, if I'm not mistaken.
They do have a roll your own station.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah. So
because we were so busy at the Martinez event back in October,
October, yeah.
Over at Riverman, that we didn't get a chance to sit down and roll a cigar.
No.
Al did. That's 6
I know.
But we didn't get to do it.
Hey, by the way, happy anniversary to Al and Melissa.
Well, happy anniversary, guys.
It's their anniversary. So.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they want to be. I don't know the rest.
I don't know anymore either.
Happy Happy anniversary, Helen
Anyway.
Melissa.
I don't know any more than that. Oh my gosh.
And why
Yeah.
did we sing it Kermit the Frog style?
I mean, that's the only way I know that song. I don't know that song any other way.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh.
Speaking of puppets, anyway.
What?
Speaking of puppets, we were talking about puppets earlier.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. You're right.
Oh, man.
It's actually very relevant.
That was a good laugh. I liked it.
All right, Jeff. Well, why don't we go ahead and get into 3 cigars that we have smoked this week that we enjoyed?
I'm all in.
Okay. So do you want to go first?
You know what? I do.
Okay.
I got to get to my photos here because that's how I keep track of things,
Mhm.
as you well know.
I mean, I could go first since you're looking stuff up.
No, I've got it. You ready?
Okay.
This is from our friends at J.C. Newman.
Oh, okay.
The Perla Del Mar.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now, which one?
It's this one, the Connecticut.
Oh, okay. The Connecticut. That's what I was going to ask.
Oh,
It's
my
like-
God. That is, I put a really cool picture up on the social,
Mhm.
guys. If you're friends with the Naked Gator page on Instagram, I caught the smoke trailing off this thing, and the way the flash hit it, like the smoke's all blue and cool looking.
Oh, it's got a blue tinge to the picture.
Yeah,
It's pretty
it's really, I mean, it's an outstanding cigar. If I can, I don't remember where I bought it. It's been driving me nuts.
You're going to figure it out.
Yeah, so I don't know if I got it over at Riverman or if I bought it when I was down in Paducah.
I don't know. But you're
So
gonna have to figure
yeah,
it
I've
out.
got to find it because I need more of these in my life. This was an outstanding cigar. When I even called you and told you,
You did.
when I got done with this cigar, I said, "Oh my God, this is in the rotation.
I want more.
I want more of this."
Well, my first one this week is one that we had at the Smoke Pit. It's the Rojas Blue Bonnet, the Lancero.
Oh, okay.
That was a great cigar.
Yep.
And I am not one for Lanceros, guys. I mean,
No.
we've covered this before. Smoking speed and all that. They just run on me, and I don't know. I don't care for them. But this cigar was fantastic.
I got a great picture of that thing in front of the smoke pit. I'll have to put up this week.
Okay, cool.
So
And but yeah, no, I really liked it, and I actually bought 2 of them when I was roaming the humidor there. So I don't know. We could do it on the show, or I could just smoke both of them. I don't know. Depends on if I want to give you one of the 2 for that. But
thanks a lot.
but
I
yeah.
I appreciate
I
you.
mean, I really like it. I don't know if I want to give one up.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So.
Okay, so my next cigar is actually going to be a shout out to our studio sponsor. I didn't do this on purpose. It's one I smoked, and it's one that I like.
Okay.
It's the Aladino Connecticut.
Oh,
And again, I mean, you know me, I'm a Connecticut guy.
yes, you are.
And if I'm not smoking a Cameroon from Aladino or the vintage, it's going to be the Connecticut.
Interesting.
It's got that white and black label to
Yep,
it, and
yep.
I'm showing Nick a picture of it right here.
You
so,
are indeed.
Yep.
Well, very cool. Well, my next one is another one that I got at the Smoke Pit. I smoked the Amendola, the natural, from them. And we've had the Amendola cigars on the show before.
Yes, we have.
And, dude, that was just a fantastic cigar. And I think that's one that Dan needs to look into.
The Amendola.
I think Dan needs to look into Amendola cigars.
Fair enough.
I think he does.
Let me see for my third
Hint,
cigar.
Dan. Hint.
Hint.
Not that I'm looking for more ways to spend Dan's money, but
We're good at that.
But I am saying the Amendola cigars are pretty aces, and his line is not super huge, so it's achievable for a shop to bring in, the Connecticut, the Natural, and the Maduro, and I mean, it's what, 3 boxes?
Yep.
So,
True.
Yep.
Okay, so I had a My Father,
okay.
and it's actually a round one. You'd be impressed by that. It was the Fonseca.
I smoked
Good.
one of those just earlier today while
Yeah.
driving.
Good
Yep.
stick.
Love the Fonseca.
Yeah, I'll tell you, My Father.
Mine was spicy as hell. How was yours?
Mine did not hit me that way.
Dude, mine hit the palate like spicy.
Really?
Oh, it was a spicy little bugger.
Had you had anything before, or was that
Yeah,
the
that
first
was
one
the
of the day?
second cigar of the day, and man, it hit. I
Really?
mean, it was a spicy little guy.
Well, okay then.
Yeah.
That's my 3.
Okay. Well, my final one this week is one that I smoked earlier today, and it was not the Fonseca, but it was an Aladino.
Ah,
I swung by and saw Pinky for a little bit to just kind of have a cigar and chill out.
Gotta get her back on.
I know. We're working on it. She's thinking about coming down to the Kentucky thing.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll be a blast.
Yep. She's actually talking about how we ought to make a weekend out of it and do that, but then also hit up the Kentucky Bourbon Trail.
I think we can make that happen.
I mean, it might be a thing.
Well, and we got to get down to, what's the shop down there by the Army base?
Screaming Eagle.
Yeah, we got to get Screaming Eagle.
I was telling her all about Screaming Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have every intention of going and hitting up Screaming Eagle because the last time I was at Screaming Eagle, they had expanded out their humidor, but they were still building it up, and everything. Man, that thing is packed full now, so I want to get in there.
Good
and
deal.
they have to try the Bishop and the Gator.
Oh, my God.
They have got to try the Bishop and the Gator.
If we do that, I can take you down to the new place in Paducah. It's the old-fashioned.
There we go.
Yeah. This could turn
is
into something.
shaping up to a hell of a trip is what this is shaping up to.
Yes, it is.
So anyway, I smoked the Aladino Corojo Reserva in the Toro.
Ooh.
And it was a great cigar for a nice afternoon, very pleasant, low to mid 60s as the temperature.
Which a month ago we'd have been, oh my God, it's 60 degrees. And now it's chilly.
And now it's just a little.
None of it makes any sense.
I know.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever happy, but.
We're never.
Well, the problem is we've had a couple of 75-degree days.
Yeah.
That have just been perfect.
So now it feels like it's going to frost when it's 60 degrees.
Now when it's 60 degrees, you're just a little on the chilly side. I mean, we're sitting here, it's mid-50s right now, and I've got my space heater going to keep us warm. Now, granted, you're in shorts. I'm at least
in
long
is funny,
pants, but still.
Because the left side of my body is facing the space heater, and the other side of my body, I'm like the moon right now. You got the dark side and the side that we see. And, yeah, my right side is about to freeze and fall off.
Well, then why don't you, shift?
I'd have to move your heater. And I know you'll wrestle me for that.
Oh, definitely, because then it's going to move away from my right side.
Exactly.
And I'm not all in for that.
we could switch chairs.
I mean, we could.
Yeah. Cook the other side for a while.
Not going to happen.
No.
So, but anyway, no, I had that Aladino Corojo Reserva, and it was amazing.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'll tell you what. It was the thing that I really liked about going out to Broccoli's place and Reed out there is they have stuff in the humidor that we don't see here.
Yes.
And that was the thing. That was the big thing. Broccoli's taking me around showing me their humidor there at the smoke pit and showing me all the stuff. Dude, you're going to like this. You're not going to like that. You're going to love this. And, I mean, I was just picking up cigars left and right on his recommendations. And that guy knows his sticks.
Yeah. It was impressive seeing both Reed and Broccoli going through the humidor.
Well, and Reed at 29 owning his own cigar shop.
Dude,
think about that.
Yeah. I mean, for 20,
that's awesome.
For 29, he's an old soul 29.
Yes, he is.
Is what he is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his head on straight. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm 39. And I'm trying to think, how was I 10 years ago? And I sure as shit wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm 51 and I'm still not like that.
You're 51 and you're not even what I am at 39.
Valid point. Valid point.
Anyway.
But I will tell you what I did do is I ate a lot of chicken nuggets on that trip.
Oh, my God. Yeah, guys, we forgot when we were going over the recap of the trip out to Indianapolis, we had forgotten to touch on, in my opinion, one of the most important aspects of the trip out.
The food.
The food. So Jeff, as we're piling into the rental car, says, we need to get some food, for the trip out. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Where do you want to go? He was already set on Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Now, Jeff and I...
It's Jesus chicken. I wanted it.
Jeff and I, being men of size, we thought that it was a good idea at that moment.
Yes.
To partake in the boxes of chicken nuggets that they offer at Chick-fil-A.
What's the count on those?
30.
30.
Yeah. Now
they're like popcorn chicken.
They're really not.
They're tiny.
They are their normal chicken nuggets.
They're tiny.
They are their normal chicken nuggets. There's just 30 of them in a box. Now, I know that I'm not going to eat 30.
Really?
No, I'm not going to eat 30 of them.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What's the most you've ever eaten in one sitting?
A lot more than that, but that was also me starving myself all day long in preparation for this.
You had a contest with someone, didn't you?
Yeah, unofficially.
Yes, okay.
But, whatever.
So you're not going to say the number?
No, I'm not going to say the number. But the point is...
Is it more than 59?
By one.
Less than 61?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so... And I was sick
Really,
as
you really thought this whole story was going to be aimed at me, didn't you?
I was sick as shit that night too, man. I was so full. But anyway, but I didn't have any fries or anything like that because you can't fill up.
Well, no.
You don't want to fill up on fries.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we go, we get the chicken nuggets. And
While Nick's getting the chicken nuggets, I'm off buying the donuts.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff not only wanted chicken nuggets, he also wanted a dozen Krispy Kremes. And we'll get to what happened to those too.
I'm so mad.
So, we get in the car and we're driving, and Jeff is driving at this point. I'm in the passenger seat. He's got his box of chicken nuggets in his lap, and he wants buffalo sauce. Now, he had me get him so much sauce. In fact, I bought him a bottle of Chick-fil-A sauce because rather than get the little packets, I figured, screw it, I'll just get him the full bottle of Chick-fil-A sauce. But they didn't do the buffalo sauce in a bottle, so I had to get him, packets. That was 15 packets of buffalo sauce that they gave. And what he would do is he would open it up, he would dip and dip, maybe 2 nuggets.
I never dipped once.
Oh, you never dipped?
No.
Okay, so he threw a nugget in his mouth and then drank from the cup of barbecue or buffalo sauce.
The way God intended.
And I just saw him just drinking down this buffalo sauce.
Oh,
and
it was so good.
Oh, it was so foul. And so anyway,
I was getting 2 nuggets per container of sauce.
Mm-hmm.
That was my ratio.
So I see him polishing off this box, and he does. He polishes off his box of 30.
They're basically popcorn chicken.
And at this point, I'm done. I'm finished. I've eaten all the chicken that I want. And I'm like, hey, do you still want some of mine? I still got some.
You also had fries though too, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I had an order fries. And so I said, do you want some of my nuggets? I have some here. And you're like, you're not going to eat those? And I'm like, no, you can have them. And so you did.
Yes.
And
about another 15.
About another 15. So all total, I watched Jeff eat 45 Chick-fil-A nuggets before we made it to Greenville?
Yeah.
So we weren't even 45 minutes into this trip.
No.
And he was already...
It was a nugget a minute.
And he was already 45 nuggets down.
They went down really
and
nice.
Lots of packs of buffalo.
Oh, I had those little dead soldiers laying all around me.
Then you put them in that paper bag.
Oh, I did.
And it was kind of on the gear shift, so I moved it and put it on my lap, and you immediately panicked because
I could see it bleeding through with
bleeding
buffalo.
through, and it was going to get all over my pants. So we threw it in the plastic bag that all this came in because we ordered so much food they had to put it in a giant plastic shopping bag. And anyway, so you do that, and yeah, so it was just a mess, just all the way around. Now let's get to the donuts. Jeff had what I thought was a box of 12 donuts.
Yes.
And
except I got more.
You made an admission to me.
I
don't know why you admitted this. You didn't have to admit this. I would have never known.
You know what? I needed to cleanse my soul.
Jeff not only bought a dozen donuts from Krispy Kreme, he also bought an additional 3 donuts from Krispy Kreme that he downed
let me explain why.
Before he got to my house.
Yeah, before the nuggets.
And...
So let me explain why.
Took those 3 donuts and replaced them in the box to make it look like it was just a solid dozen.
I did do that. Now let me explain why. I bought my 12, and then I noticed at the bottom of the screen at the drive-thru, they had seasonal donuts that I hadn't even seen.
And you're like, oh, I need those in my life. So I'm going to buy 15 donuts.
I wanted to get you, I know you're big on Reese's, and I wanted to get you the Reese's donut to try.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to eat it.
I got 2 of those, and I got 1 of something else, and it's... But you know the problem with not getting a chance to eat it? Tell them what happened to those donuts.
So I was full of chicken, so I didn't eat any donuts. We get to the hotel, we bring the donuts inside the hotel, and they sat in the hotel room.
I ate maybe 1 or 2 more.
And then Sunday, we're leaving, and we've got all of our stuff on the luggage cart to take it out to the front. And Jeff has this box of donuts just precariously stacked on top of this. I mean, those donuts were probably at a solid, 30-degree angle or something like that?
They weren't when I started. But...
And I just watch him right when he gets into the lobby. That box just rolls off and just hits the floor, and it hits the floor right at the opening point to where it's almost like a little teepee, and all the donuts are all over the floor. And I was
so disappointed.
And I hear him hit, and I look, and he's just still walking. And I'm like, Jeff! And he stops, and he turns around, and he looks, and then he looks at the manager and says, my friend dropped the donuts. and I had to pick up the donuts and throw them away. And I
just kept walking.
and I don't know why. It just pissed me off so bad. But it did.
Do you have any idea how forward I was looking to those donuts on the drive home?
Well,
I don't care if they were day olds. I wanted those donuts.
You got hosed.
I did. I hosed myself.
And the part that I'm really disappointed about is, so at the end of the night at the smoke pit, we had some leftover chicken wings and pizza from Ale Emporium.
Oh, my God.
And I wanted to keep the chicken in the worst possible way because those Hermanaki wings were so good. It's all their sauces. There's some guy named Herman that works there or something like that, and he developed like this one sauce, and they love it. And so they've like got variations. And the Hermanaki is the Herman sauce with teriyaki, and it was the best chicken wing. It was
if you're ever in Indianapolis,
so good.
One, you got to go to the smoke pit, and two, you got to get food from this place,
dude.
The pizza was outstanding, too.
I'm going to sound like such a fatty, but like I've actually found myself daydreaming about these chicken wings.
I'm not going to lie, I have too.
Okay, since then.
Because you can't find them like that here in St. Louis.
They were like baked or something. And
I don't know what they did.
And like the sauce, it wasn't like a sauce. It was almost like a tacky, kind of almost somewhat gooey dry rub that was like on the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so good. And so but we had leftover chicken. And we had to send it with broccoli and Mrs. Broccoli because we didn't have a fridge in our room. And we'd have gotten listeria and died if we'd have eaten it on the way home. But
the problem is,
I want it. So
we'd have probably still wanted to eat them the next day because they were that good.
Realistically, I'm going to have to go back to Indiana, and I'm going to have to bring a cooler, and I'm going to have to buy like 10 pounds of these wings and put them on ice to bring them home because like these are so good.
Bring them home and freeze them up and just bust them out like a pack a week or something.
Get like an air fryer and just heat them up.
Oh my God, yeah.
Be amazing.
Guys, and when they got there, Nick looked at me kind of disappointed. He goes, "Oh, they're not breaded."
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't need to be breaded.
They were so good.
They were the best.
They were so good.
And the pizza was outstanding, too.
Yes.
We overbought.
We significantly overbought, but the pizza was really, really good. But I'm telling you what, in hindsight, as much as I really liked that pizza, those wings stole the show.
Well, the food there was great. And guys, like I said, if you make it out to Indianapolis or you live out there and you haven't tried this place, you got to. What again? Ale Emporium?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently there's 4 locations around the city.
4 or 5, yeah.
So, but yeah, and we had such a good time at the Smoke Pit. And a shout out again to Reed and to our man Broccoli Rob there at Final Third Cigars. Those guys are running an outstanding shop. And seriously, if you're in that area, you've got to get by there and go see them.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I think it's time. No. You know what it's time for now?
What's that?
Broccoli segment.
Oh yeah, we did our 3. You're right. It's time for Final Third Friday with our man Broccoli Rob.
It's time for Final Third Friday with my man Broccoli Rob.
Happy Friday, Pulpiteers. This is your man Brock hanging out here at the Final Third Cigar Deck Lounge, and today I'm smoking the Blue Bonnets from Rojas Cigars for the Final Third Friday Cigar of the Week. The Blue Bonnets is a medium body cigar blended in Nicaragua utilizing an Ecuadorian Corojo wrapper with Nicaraguan Corojo binder and fillers. I am using a straight cut on the nice solid triple cap. Sadly, my Zycar XO cutter is missing. If you've seen her, please let me know. The Blue Bonnets has a beautiful appearance and construction with a medium chocolate brown wrapper and great texture. This Lancero has a beautiful construction and is finished off with a closed foot that I've grown to love. The great flavor pop you get at light up is absolutely fantastic. The cold draw has notes of hay, dried fruit, and milk chocolate. Upon light up, getting into the flavor notes, the first third is creamy with notes of baking spice, hay, leather, and walnut with white pepper lingering on the tongue and through the retrohale. Second third transitions nicely with creamy caramel and nut, baking spices, cocoa, leather, and pepper lingering on the tongue and still present through the retrohale. The final third complexity continues with notes of cocoa, caramel, walnut, baking spices, and charred wood with light black pepper still on the tongue and through the retrohale. Solid ash fell in large chunks with only one small burn touch-up in the final third. In the end, I gave the Blue Bonnets a Final Third Cigar rating of 97. A great cigar from Rojas that is quickly rising to the top of my favorites in 2021. The Blue Bonnets Lancero and the Torpedo are both available at the Smoke Pit for for $11.39 each. The Smoke Pit, located at 221 West Main Street in downtown Greenwood, Indiana, is an all-inclusive cigar lounge offering a wide range of boutique cigar brands along with a few heritage brands, bringing you one of the most unique selections in central Indiana at a fair price. Come in today and enjoy our comfortable lounge over a cigar paired with your favorite adult beverage and engage in a great conversation with others who love this lifestyle. You can also follow me on Instagram at Final Third Cigar, or check me out on FinalThirdCigar.com for full reviews of cigars and other cigar-related content. Have a great week, and remember to relax, stay smoky, and enjoy each cigar you smoke down to the brock. Until next week, cheers.
Wait, there you go, the blue bonnet again.
I was going to say, Broccoli Rob smoking that blue bonnet that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Amazing cigar.
Yep,
I
really
love it
was.
so
I had
much.
one as well. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Well, Nick,
What are your thoughts on the Arganese Connecticut?
that's what I was just going to ask
Because
you.
I'm down to the final third of mine. I don't
I'm
know about
halfway.
you.
I'm smoking slower than you are.
Okay.
Have you done a retro hail yet?
I have not, but I will.
Let's dive in.
Okay. Little bit of pepper.
It's almost, it's like a red pepper.
Yeah.
It's got a little-
It's lingering too.
Yeah, it's got a little more of a red peppercorn taste to it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not like a cayenne pepper, like a red peppercorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. It's you know what? I mean, there's a lot of flavor there on that retro hail. The cigar itself is a really good Connecticut. Nice, it's nice and creamy.
It's a super mild, kind of
Yeah.
creamy Connecticut. Yeah, but
it's a cigar I would like.
yeah. I
don't know if it's one you would like.
No, I would. It's a little too mild for my taste, but I also wish the draw was better. The draw is
It's just a little tight for you.
just
Yeah.
too tight of a draw for me, and I keep looking at it, thinking that it's like burning weird or whatever. I will say the construction on it is great. My burn line is really straight.
Same here.
The ash hangs on really well. It's just a bit too dense of a cigar. It's just a little bit packed too tightly.
That's not bothering me as much, but I am having that.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I notice about a cigar that's packed tight like that, and maybe it's because it's denser with the tobacco and whatnot, but it seems to last me longer.
Yeah.
I guess, but you there's a fine line there between having it last longer and then fighting the cigar to smoke it.
And that's the thing. The first, okay, I'm talking right now. When I finish talking and go to draw on the cigar, I can guarantee you the first, 2 puffs on it, I'm not going to get anything. It's almost going to be like I'm almost like relighting or reigniting the cigar with those first two drags.
I've not had that
and
much.
then finally I start getting some smoke off.
Yeah,
of
I've
it.
not had that much of an issue with mine.
Yeah.
And I don't have any, if you look, I don't have any tunneling or anything. I haven't had that.
See,
It did.
It was like the second draw that I started
Before
getting
you
some
started
smoke.
getting smoke,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now, the tunneling has fixed itself. Very, very brief moment of tunneling.
Yeah.
I did not get
I've not ran
anywhere
into that at all.
near a problem there.
Now, this
And,
cigar comes to us from our friend Nick over at
It does
MyMonthlyCigars.com.
indeed. It comes in the April box from My Monthly Cigars.
What is My Monthly Cigars, Nick?
Well, it's funny you should ask. So My Monthly Cigars is a premium cigar subscription service where you can get a box of cigars sent to your door every month. We get the El Presidente, which is 8 cigars for $50. It's 2 of everything that comes in the Robusto box, which is 4 cigars for $30. And both of those boxes are covered by Nick's MSRP guarantee, which states that the value of the cigars within the box is guaranteed to meet or exceed the price of the box. And if you use offer code PULPIT,
PULPIT.
that gets you free shipping on your first box. It also gets you 20% off any of the items in Nick's online store, where he has a variety of cigars and accessories and other fun stuff for you to purchase. And don't forget, when you purchase stuff at My Monthly Cigars, you can accumulate Ash Cash, which can get you discounts and other stuff on everything that you buy.
Plus, he's got the fucking good coffee.
It's fucking.
Yeah, fucking good coffee.
It's fucking.
Fucking good? Oh.
Anyway.
I think you're drawing a distinction without a difference.
And that's coming, it's launching very, very soon.
Okay, then.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for the fucking good coffee.
Amen.
There definitely is a difference, Jeff. It's FAH.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fucking.
Yeah, you're kind of just like rolling with it and not like really properly pronouncing it.
Yeah, help me again. Fucking good coffee.
Fucking.
This is fun.
Anyway.
My monthly cigars.
.com. Go. God.
I wonder if people get tired of us just giggling at ourselves.
I don't know. We've been in rare form tonight.
We're too old to act like this. I can tell you that right now.
That's true.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
you're only as young as you think you are.
And that's the funny thing. I pull up to stoplights and still want to like drag race.
In your
Isn't that messed up?
In your FJ Cruiser or your Jeep Wrangler.
No, I would have drag raced in that Toyota we rented.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
my
clown
God.
car. It's like
that
Chris
thing
Farley, fat guy in a little
flew.
coat. This was two fat guys in a little car.
We could have been in a Prius. It could have been worse. No,
It's true.
this thing would fly.
Mhm.
Oh my God! I actually wish before we turned it in, I'd looked under the hood to see what it actually had going on.
It did have
It had to be a 6-banger.
a lot of power.
Yeah, it had to be a
Because,
6-cylinder, but it was.
I mean, for a little car,
Yeah.
it flew.
There's no way it had an
definitely
8.
flew. No, it did not have an 8.
There's no way it had an 8, but
No
it had
way,
the pickup of an 8.
It did. It was probably a 6, I would imagine. I would think. I
'Cause
mean, let's put it this way: if that was a little 4-banger, they're making 4-bangers a lot different than back in the day.
There's
when
no way that's a 4-cylinder.
No,
Even
no,
an
no.
inline 4, there's no way that's a 4-cylinder with that much power.
No,
But that was as powerful as my Mustang I had, my 302 high output V8 that I had when I was younger. That car would get up and fly.
yeah, it was quick. It was
Yeah.
a speedy little car.
Yeah.
So
That would get me in trouble. That's why I drive a Jeep and an FJ Cruiser or something. Something I feel I know it's up to speed because it's
you know,
shaking when I get about to
exactly.
50. Nick's been in it, you know.
Mhm.
He's lived through my death
I was
wobbles.
to say that's the death wobble in action.
Oh God! Now the FJ doesn't.
You got
do
that
that
fixed though, right?
I had to get a double sway bar put on it, and then got new tires and got them all balanced up real well. And I, knock on wood, I haven't had trouble with it since.
Well, good.
Kristen's, though, when we were on the trip down to Southern Illinois that I
Yeah.
talked about last week,
Yeah.
did
Did it do it?
twice.
Ooh.
And luckily, it was on.
Sounds like she's going to be ponying
It
up
was
for
on
some sway
back
bars at
roads.
some point.
Well, see, that's the funny thing. Hers has never done it.
Oh,
She's got a
okay.
4-door, which is more of a truck platform.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's never done it. But we were on rock roads, and I got up to about 35. We hit the right bump, and it just went to wiggling. And she
Oh.
never felt it
Yeah.
before. She'd never ridden in my Jeep when it happened to me. You had.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I mean, it'll almost shake you off the road.
Yeah.
You know, at 35, it wasn't like it was when I was going 65 on the interstate, and it would do that.
Yeah, because you'd have to slow down to 35 to compensate.
I'd have to
and
get down to
rid
at
of
least
it.
35 to get rid of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. But that was the first time hers has ever done it. So I'm hoping that was just, maybe an anomaly on those back rock roads. But we'll see.
Interesting. Well, cool. All right, Jeff. Well, unless you have anything else, any sort of final thought on the Arganese Connecticut?
You know what? I've liked it. I would definitely smoke it again. The burn line has been really good for me on this cigar. It's had a good, mild, creamy Connecticut flavor the whole time. And even on the smoke, I think I am getting a little bit of that nut that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I got some kind of dried fruit or something off the beginning, but in all honesty, my palate was blown up by that, Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
So eat fresh.
It wasn't
And,
bad.
It's not a bad cigar.
It's not a bad cigar.
This is a me cigar.
The draw was too tight for me, and I think given the fact that we're sitting outside with a little bit of wind, I'd like to maybe see what it smoked like inside with like no wind.
Yeah.
I think maybe it might be a little bit more to it.
We've talked
at
about that
point,
before.
but
Our
yeah.
environmental conditions change
Totally
how the
impact-
cigar
totally
behaves
impact
for
the
us,
cigar.
tastes for us, everything.
Yep, exactly. So, it's what it is, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
There you go. We've got our show coming up on Tuesday. Again, next Friday, we're going to be smoking another selection from the My Monthly Cigar Box.
Indeed.
So stay tuned. We got all kinds of stuff to come.
Yep. Well, Jeff.
You know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
Before we finish up here,
What?
we need to do the socials.
Oh, well, that's true. So we are on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit, as well as at Naked Gator, NEKKID Gator.
My page.
We're also on Facebook, where we have the Cigar Pulpit Parishioners group, where everybody is posting all sorts of fun pictures of cigars that they're smoking.
Yeah, it's been a hoot.
It has been fun. We're on Twitter, YouTube, and you can always reach out to us through cigarpulpit.com via the Contact the Pulpit page. And guys, make sure you get your questions into us for the Ask the Boys segment. That's next Tuesday. So we need your questions. Area code 863-874-0000. I'm just going to put it out there right now. Currently, we have one question on deck for next Tuesday. That won't do.
That will not do.
I expect more. So, guys, you have this weekend.
You're trying to step up.
You have this weekend. Call the Pulpit Hotline, 863-874-0000. Get your questions in. We like doing that segment. It's a lot of fun, but we can only do it when you guys call and give us questions. So, this is me practically begging. Call and give us questions.
And let me point out, for all of the cigar companies out there that listen to our show, and I know a lot of them do, because we get reactions from them on things we do and say, so they've got to at least be listening somewhat.
It's true.
That pulpit line would be a great sponsorship for someone.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know there's a sports radio in St. Louis that had the Subway Fresh Take hotline, but given what we've said about Subway in this episode,
you said about Subway,
I don't believe that we're going to be getting the Subway Fresh Take sponsorship. However, we could totally get one of the manufacturers to sponsor the hotline.
And not only do you get talked about on the hotline show, but you also get talked about on the other shows because
we're promoting the fact that we need the calls. Exactly.
This would be perfect.
It's a wonderful opportunity for
anybody out there listening. Looking your way, JC Newman.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, well, enough shameless plugging there. Jeff, do you have anything else?
Oh, I have much more shameless plugging to do.
That's true.
But that'll be off the show.
All right. Well, guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit coming to you from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios. I'm Nick.
And I'm Gator.
Everybody stay safe and stay smoky.
Do you ever listen to what I say?
Rarely.